Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Yo, yo. Yeah, I've seen, they look pretty good. I mean, the Skaven have needed an update since, like, the 90s, maybe? The late 90s, I think? Early 2000s? So, like, those minis were 20 years in the making. They look good. Apparently, there's a lot of leaks, though. There was supposedly a lot of, like... I mean, you may think the Skaven look cool, but there's new Age of Sigmar dwarves coming from supposed leaks. And, all I can say is, wowza. Wowza. Everything seems to look really, really good over time. Games Workshop definitely doesn't fuck up unless it's like a few new recent things. Ruko, thank you, buddy. For some reason, it's not playing out, but thanks, man. Sick as fuck. Hey, hope you get better, bro. Being sick fucking sucks. Being sick is awful. Yeah, I mean, some people just get sick, man. Whether it's COVID or not, like, it's not fun being sick. Drink a shit ton of water and chill out for a bit. Things do get better. Okay. We need to do this one. I mean, people get sick whenever, man. You don't know. You could get sick from the most bullshit thing ever, and it's like... It's not even the winter yet, man. It is quite annoying. Ew. What the fuck? I've never heard of that. That's strange. That is a very strange illness. One I have never heard of. Okay, let's see if this fits. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, the older old Chaos stuff looks good. I mean, my buddy used to play Chaos, so I know all about those minis. I am quite versed in the Chaos line, and they are excellent. Yeah, I haven't even read the journal, man. I've been so busy. I haven't really worked on Warhammer in a while, probably since the last stream. I actually did a little bit off stream a while ago. But I really just want to finish the Spearhead. That's kind of the #1 thing I want to do. See these poses. There's no... gun being straight up out. Cool. That even makes sense. Sure. Sure. Posing these guys are kind of rough sometimes. Just figuring out how it's going to work. The Chaos Knights are good. Like, those Chaos Knights are... They're fucking... Those things are massive. Huge. Huge minis. Like, ginormous minis. Oh, sorry. I thought you said, have you seen them? I haven't seen yours. No, post them. They're cool. All the Chaos stuff is, I just remember it well. This song played at my wedding. You wedded a dwarf? Good lad. That's how it's done, baby. Did you have Gotrek wedge you both? With golden bands? Dude was just from the Gotrek novels. That's cool. Hey, that's awesome, man. It's something to remember. If I ever get married to Ivana one day, very soon, I don't want to say if I ever, it's when. We're gonna do like Lord of the Rings themed rings as well. Maybe not a wedding, but like a themed rings would be dope. And she's gonna be like, I want elvish rings, and I'm like, God, no, you don't. But you know, she'd probably get an elvish ring. Hell no, not in this household, woman. No, you taint the sons of Grungni. You don't really hear women liking dwarves. Dwarves are not really a woman's race. They're very smelly and short and hairy, and they just work 24/7. They're not really a womanly thing. It's more of like the elegance and the beauty of the elves. And I'm really having a hard time posing this thing. The super glue is dried, but it's not that big of a deal. This arm is so hard to pose. Nothing looks natural. Nothing looks natural. Yeah, I'll take a look at it in a sec. Hang on, buddy. I just got to get this arm somehow looking natural. Like in an open pose, like... Actually, that works. I don't like it. Maybe I need a different arm. Hang on. I don't know what to do with this arm. Genuinely don't know. Let me just blue tack it. Actually, this just works. No, it doesn't work. They're too similar. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Okay. Where did you post the Chaos Knights? Oh, those Chaos Knights. I thought you meant the Warriors of Chaos Knights, like the actual like knights on horses. No, they look good. I think the uh the Chaos Knights are always cooler than like the Loyalist ones. They've always got more shit on them, more details. Some of those are Loyalist ones though, no? Pretty sure. I think literally just an arm like this would work. I actually like that. That looks good. Sure. Hmm. Yeah, I could fuck with this, actually. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. That's cool, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure when it comes to Chaos in 40k, those guys are kind of, like, completely unloved and left behind half the time, but maybe not as of late. Maybe not as of late. Okay. Time to glue. So this should look different. Yep. Books are the worst part of the hobby. There is nothing more terrible than the books of Warhammer. I'm not talking about the novels, it's the rules that are garbage. Biggest waste of money, they get outdated, they take up space, they retain no value. They're pretty garbage. Like, as great as some books are, like, keeping around for rules and whatnot, OTS is garbage. Oh, that's a trash model for sure. There's no life in that thing. I'm not like, I mean, it's a Space Marine. I can bash it all I want. I don't really like Space Marines. It's not even a Space Marine. It's like an Inquisitor, right? Are those Space Marines? I don't think so. But it looks like a Space Marine. It's close enough. But, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I think more Warhammer is better than no Warhammer, despite people wanting, you know, good-looking things. I get that. Who doesn't want good-looking things? See, this pose is better. I just need to chop down the shoulder a bit. Whoa, that's not good. Too much. Ay, ay, ay. This arm is, like, triggering me so hard. Sure. Sure. I'm like getting turbo triggered. I'll get it eventually. I just need to find an arm that works. Misery. Misery. The Necromunda stuff's always good. Necromunda just always looks good. Usually. Work! Damn you, arm, work! Doesn't even need to be perfect here. I can just green stuff over everything, or putty over everything, but... I'm getting annoyed. I am getting thoroughly annoyed. Well, Necromunda is very, like, kit bash heavy no matter what. I feel like it has the most flavor of, like, half the kits in the range anyways, like, that GW puts out. I think I just have to go back to this arm. I don't think I've seen anyone kit bash entire armies out of Necromunda kits, though, because that'd be pretty cool. Imagine making an entire army of, like, Arbites. I'm sure it's been done, but it's like, yo, the police are here to kill you. Not even Space Marines, it's like the police. That would be very interesting. I think I just need to bite the bullet and do this. Not gonna work any other way. Hmm. This arm is actually horrible. Getting it to pose properly is just the worst thing ever. Maybe I'm too picky, but, like, Jesus, man. Morty, and thank you, buddy. It's chill until you've heard it about 50 times in a row and you want to change it 50 times in a row. That's the problem with this song. There's like 3 different versions sitting in the playlist, and they all just get played in a row. So you listen to like 40 minutes of the same song, just in like a different form. It's pretty bad. Whereas you listen to this song 40 times in a row, and life is good. Actually, you know what? That pose works. Sure. What does that even look like? Is that even a real pose? I can mess with that, sure. It's a little more of a tight-knit look, sure. Is it different? It is different. Okay. Sure. I'm not gonna cope. I think it's fine. No! I didn't want to break it. Thankfully, like, it's not bad with all this glue. I can scrape everything away, but, like, it's just so annoying. Okay. Okay. I think it is in place. There is no glue marks anywhere, thankfully, once it's all cut away. Yo, yo. Just want to make sure this pose even makes sense. It's like... Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Cool, cool. It will work. We've already made food. We ate it tonight. It was good as fuck. I don't even know if I'll be streaming it, to be honest, if I can't set up, like... I don't have a microphone that isn't this, and I don't want to bring this into the kitchen. So if I can find a microphone that works, I can cook it. If not, I'm not buying a microphone. I'm not buying an external mic for one stream. So we'll see. I can maybe scrounge out one for, like, the headset. But nobody keeps those microphones. That's the problem. Those weird headset mics are really shit quality sometimes. At least as a streamer. Some people use them. But for me, I haven't used it in 10 years, maybe 10 or so years. Okay, I gotta change this song. Give me something different. Put on literally anything. Yeah, we're back for a little bit. Sopranos dwarf-themed army. Are the Sopranos... Are they a very honorable family? Are those a set of good individuals? Not really in the end. Sounds like the Walter White Breaking Bad. Good man turned terrible. Doesn't sound very dwarvish. I don't think it would work. Everything is pre-cut, pre-measured. You literally just open the bag and put the ingredients in, and you're done. I will show people on stream tomorrow. We documented the whole process. It's pretty legit. It's pretty easy. I mean, the idea is you basically subscribe for like a month and you pay 50% of it. And then if you want to continue, you do pay the full price, which is a little bit pricey. But you get like 5 meals for like $50, which pretty good, you know? That's not a bad gig. That is not a bad gig at all. But it's, everything arrives in one box, and it's all portioned off and in bags, and then you kind of separate the bags, and it gives you a recipe, and then you basically cook everything in that one bag. Kind of want to try them in the old world. Yeah, the, I don't... You know, the Cities of Sigmar dwarves are getting an overhaul, which was kind of due. I've been very reluctant to finish my Cities dwarves because I know one day they're just going to all go away. But they're more exciting in Old World because you have access to, like, your entire Dwarven roster instead of just, like, here's 4 units, they're all the elites. You know, like, thematically it's not the most fun, but it is Age of Sigmar, and Age of Sigmar is really chill. I do like AOS for how chill it is. Just a very straightforward, fun, rolling dice game. You can pre-pick the meals. You pick them all online. I'll show it on stream tomorrow. You basically... You say, I want 5 meals or I want 8 meals, something like that. And you get to go through and pick all the meals you want, and they'll basically deliver it to you, I think, on a Monday. Age of Sigmar is complete, like, beer hammer, chilling out, not a single ounce of hatred in anyone's body. You know, the 40k guys are a bit greasy. Not always, but they're more greasier than, like, Age of Sigmar for sure. But Old World is... I haven't played a game of the Old World. I've seen a lot of content. I used to play during, like, 7th, 8th edition. And for the most part, it looks to be playing the exact same, just with a few changes. But it's a little bit more of a process for Old World because you do have a lot more nuanced rules, right? It's more of a you better know your rules type of game with all the little, like, minute things with the different types of movement and, oh, this triggers this and that and this. But it is pretty in-depth. It's cool. And you get your classic, like, Warhammer Fantasy armies back, which is great. It's not a bad gig if you want to give it a try and, like, just remember everything. Yeah, 40k is sweaty for sure. That's a sweaty game. I'm not really the biggest 40k fan. I used to be, but I'm, very much Warhammer Fantasy. Age of Sigmar. I do miss playing those games, but I just don't have time to play, nor do I have any armies done right now to even, like, give it a try again. Thank God for Tabletop Simulator, I'll tell you. Okay, hang on. Tired. I long to play tabletop game. It's just taking a long time to get anything done. Age of Sigmar has a lot of good sculpts. Yeah, you're good, buddy. Age of Sigmar has a lot of good, a lot of good-looking minis. I'm excited to see from the supposed leaks what the new dwarves look like for next year. It seems like the dwarves are getting relegated to shooting technology-ish thing. Like, they're gonna try and maybe get away from the big blocks of dwarven infantry and just focus on, like, one aspect of them. I could be wrong, but the leaks, the names of the leaks seemed pretty interesting. And, you know, if they do end up getting rid of the dwarven units, which they will, and the new ones look dope and the rules are cool, then I might get back in Age of Sigmar, but right now I'm just kind of stagnant. I'd more just focus on Old World and maybe Spearhead. Spearhead's a very feasible thing to do for sure, which is what we're working on slowly. Bum, bum, bum. Good. Bum, 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 bum. Good.
Is that all you've got? You must have more!
It's officially over, lads. Being a tad silly on the internet has now led to the FBI knocking on my door. On my defense, I'm going to blame Tobias Fate.
Bro, you said some weird shit, man. And you work for Disney? Those go hand in hand. I wouldn't say anything more. Don't say a word. It's very bizarre. The mouse is gonna find you. I wouldn't say a word, buddy. Dead Space, yes. It will be. This coming weekend, sure. I should be busy one of the days this weekend, but then the next day, no. We should be good. I'm gonna see what day I'm free, and we're gonna try and beat Dead Space 2 in one day. And hopefully the PSU doesn't blow the fuck up. Which is random, but, you know. I really need to start the detailings on these guys. I gotta get backpacks. I just wonder what backpacks I'm gonna use. Oh yeah, the first Space Marine? Probably next month. Like, right before the new one comes out, I'll binge it in a day on stream. There's no reason to do it now just because it's not out until next month, you know? Next month for sure, though. Bum bum ba bum bum bum. Yeah, there's a lot of games, you know, you may want to play, but again, time is kind of fleeting. Time is everything. I didn't even green stuff this, or putty it, damn. No, 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 no. Oops. Oof. Tired. Tired, man. Are we almost to Friday? Does anyone know? I think we're like, what? Oh, you know what? It should be Wednesday, right? No. I know what day it is. It's Tuesday today. Tomorrow's Wednesday. This week sucked. Actually, this week was garbage. One of the worst. You know. Some days you just get the worst week of your life. Some days are the worst fucking days. Halfway through the week, yes. Yo. We need to be to the weekend already. I'm ready for this fucking week to end. I need a break. I need a break. Spread some wealth. Yes, distributing wealth. It is a good day to distribute wealth. We're playing Dead Space 2 next week. What are you talking about? You don't have to donate anything. What? If you want to donate, sure, donate. But we're playing it like next week. Or this coming week. I mean, hey, you want to donate? You're like, hey, I'll give you money to play a game. Subscribe to HelloFresh tomorrow on the main channel. You'll see what I mean. You get 50% off your first meals, and you get free breakfast. Poggers. No, you're good, man. No, we're going to be doing, because we did the Dead Space remake recently, right? So we're going to do the Dead Space 2 standard game. Donate for 1v1s. Oh my god. People do that? Still catching up with the It was a pretty... Yeah, you're good, man. I mean, it was cool, though. It was fun. I mean, I grew up playing Dead Space, so the Dead Space remake was awesome. It wasn't perfect. I think there was a few faults to it, but, like, it was damn near amazing. Like, it's an 8 or 9 out of 10 game. It's excellent. Way better than the Callisto Protocol. Definitely way better than the Callisto Protocol, I'll tell you that. Then again, that's not really a tall order. Like, Callisto Protocol was kind of dog shit, so... Resident Evil games? Usually, yeah. Usually. Hmm. I clean trains at night, so I spend a lot of time on the train stations in the middle of the night. That's pretty cool. That's a different job. But it brings a lot of drunk people just walking around. All right. Okay. Maybe they're friendly? Sounds like a setup for, like, a horror movie. They're not just homeless people or, like, drunk people. They're, like, possessed drunk people. Flesh-eating monsters. It's a different thing. The new corn model? Which one? If it's a demon, it needs to die. My eyes will not be possessed by such foulness. Demons, ew. Chaos, ew. But I'm sure it looks good. The wretched chaos spawn. Yo, yo. Wretched chaos filth. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's a new old world model for Chaos. Did they reveal what it was? Or, like, the returning old models? World at War stream? Fuck no, bro. I ain't playing no World at War. Hell no. Last time I played World at War was when it first came out for Christmas. Smart move on Christmas release, I believe. Very smart move. Return of the... Oh, it's an updated... Are you saying there's a... Post it in the Discord. If you're in my Discord, post it in, like, stream-related. I'll have a look at it. If it's a brand new mini, I don't think I've seen it. If it's an old mini returning, I've seen it, but... I don't know yet. No, you're good, man. Take it easy, brother. If, we will be playing Dead Space, just be on the lookout. It'll probably be this Saturday or Sunday, and then, you know, when the VOD's up, you can just watch that. Thanks, man. Yes, it should be there. I mean, we did beat, like, the remake, so you might as well play the second game, right? Because I don't think they'll redo the second game. They said the first game kind of flopped, which is bullshit, but sales-wise, I mean, you can't argue. Quarter down below. Do 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 do. You know, I was on YouTube recently, and I was watching a lot of, like, World War content. All these videos are, like, two hours of World War II facts to put you to bed. I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. But I was listening to a bit of it, and in my suggested, I found a solo Renekton only video And he's got a second channel where the content is literally long plays of League of Legends champs, and the titles are 3 hours of Mundo to put you to bed. I'm like, really? I've never seen this channel. We got League players doing the put you to bed challenge. 3 hours. I respect it. It's a hustle. It's a bit of a different thing. It may be more than just putting you to bed, though. League of Legends typically puts you in a coma. I respect it. Oof. It's not the best quality, but it's all right. It'll be better. We'll be better soon. We're still owed a really good camera on this stream. I'm going to be trying to buy a tripod and a DSLR camera, which, although maybe overkill to a degree, it's something I've always wanted. So that's going to be the new camera soon enough on this channel. It was decreed by the donations of the viewers that a good camera will be procured and set up. It's about a $900 camera. Yep. I mean, to be fair, though, it is part of my income. Like, crazily enough, I can't live off this channel, but this channel actually does net me a little bit of money, and it helps, so it's just investing in the business, you know? It pays for the groceries for, like, a little bit. Could pay for more minis, could do anything. But DSLRs can get really expensive, like turbo expensive. Which, you know, don't need that good of a camera, but... Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this one should be glued as well. Ew, mochi here. Oh, that emote is so awful. The emotes on this channel are, I guess supposed to be terrible, but that one is, I mean, that character, Bomber, was pretty garbage anyways. He was kind of a nobody dwarf, but he's a dwarf nonetheless, laddie. He's a dwarf nonetheless. That's an even worse emote. There you go. That's the 1 FPS fucking gift charge. It was too big to have it at full FPS, so we had to cut it down to, like, not even a... Is that like a frame? Like 2 frames or something? I don't know. 3? It would just not upload if it was in its original form. No, what did he say? I mean, it looks good, man. Don't cope. Don't cope. It looks good. Enjoy the movie. I hope I didn't fuck it up. This is an ABBA cover, yeah? ABBA's legit. based director. Now, his movie, it's getting a lot of praise, and it's an alien movie, and it's not a prequel dogshit thing. Like, oh my god, I want to make David the creator of the alien, and now he's gotta have like weird motions with the other robot. Like, no, we just want aliens. You have aliens? There's only one good alien movie. That's just false. I think your brain's damaged. There's only... Okay, you've had some terrible takes and you've had good takes. I don't agree with that statement. One good alien movie? There's two. Yeah, the flute scene was weird. He's like, you do the tonguing, I'll do the fingering, or some shit. He's like, I'll blow, you finger. Like, without context, you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But even with context, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just stupid. First and second are great. I had fun. I hope you like it. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Aliens, I wouldn't even say is scary. Maybe when you first saw it in theaters, might have been, but Aliens is more like action. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Okay, all of these minis are essentially done outside of a bit of green stuff and like detailings. A lot of detailings, actually. I need to find backpacks. We need to organize details. Yo, I never saw Covenant. Prometheus was bad, though. Covenant was it better than Prometheus? It might have been. The Watchers? No, I never did. I wanted to, though. I want to rent it, man. Like, I want to get Ivana to watch it with me, but she's like, I just want to play Valorant. I don't want to watch the movie. I'm like, listen, woman. You're gonna watch the movie if you like it or not. Which she won't. Where are the bits? Oh, there they are. Okay, I need to figure out...
Is that all you've got? You must have more!
Good, I still remember the only good scene in Covenant when everyone died in the transport ship in the first Help That movie. Man, I was hollering when the two characters slipped on blood and blew up the ship. Tears, men.
That happened? Slipped on blood? Was that... Covenant was the second... Is Covenant the first one or the second one? Now I'm just losing my shit. Which one was it? Covenant was first or second? Second? Oh. Right. I think I just said that, though. Maybe I'm just brain dead? I haven't seen those movies in a while. Maybe it's just safe to assume, though, for sure, that, like, the second one was better. Maybe that's just coping, I don't know, but... Everyone's an idiot in those movies. Now that it's coming back to me, people do die in very stupid ways that are very, like, unceremonious and just are kind of lame, right? 100%. I mean, the alien popping out of the guy's back was fucking gnarly. That was a cool death. Then they had the one pop out of the guy's throat. Like, that was so bad. It was weird because, like, you could see the torso. Like, you could see that it was fake. But, I mean... Ronald McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm, he had a HelloFresh sponsor for tomorrow's video. God bless Ronald McDonald. What a great guy Ronald is. He's the biggest. He's the bigliest. Ronald McFondled. How goofy would it be if I replaced these little, like, charms and I put a bunch of, like, wrenches and things? I mean, he's an engineer after all. That'd be pretty funny. Unironically, I'm not even opposed to it. That just sounds like Alien vs. Predator Requiem. That movie was so shit. And, like, disturbing. Shit and disturbing. Like League. Well, that's a good thing, because the movie was so garbage that you didn't want to see anything. Like, yes, it was so dark. One sec. You're not wrong! Quality stream content. Hey, we're doing something. I need backpacks, but I don't even... I ordered backpacks off eBay, and they're not even here. Brother! All right, I got bits. Bits in bags. Biddies in bags. Dun, dun, dun. I need bits. Sell me your bits in bags. They're not drugs, they're bits. Sell me your bits in bags. Are those pliers? Take a hit of these bits. Damn. Pliers. Hmm. I need backpacks. They're too big, too small. Actually, I'm so stupid. I'm supposed to be using miner backpacks. What am I thinking? The dwarven miners. The ones. Ooh, hang on. Dwarven miners. Here. We have many dwarven miner bits. Hmm. I don't think these will work. They're too full of just random shit. I'd love these backpacks. I can never find more of them. These are absolutely impossible to get a hold of because the kit's no longer available. Let me just... Excuse me. I'll be lucky if I even find this bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've beaten Vermintide, yeah. It's a good game. That I have played. Okay, these backpacks are called rucksacks. There's no way they're getting sold. These are gone for good. There's no way. Let's try this one. Oh, these aren't even dwarf bits. No, these are like old Cadian bits. Some of them are new, like this is a new Cadian bit, but... the perfect backpack existed in one kit. For this conversion in particular, this backpack right here, this is the Cadian Medic. It's the Cadian Medic Satchel backpack from, like, the old Cadian kit. And, I just happen to have one. And it's absolutely perfect for what I need, but I need, like, 10 of them. Because I need to put it here. You can see what I mean. Watch. So giving these guys big backpacks, it's just, it's a little too cumbersome for what I want on them. Or maybe, I mean, maybe it could work if I just... no, it's a bit cumbersome. Actually, nah, it would work. Maybe one or two with this one, I think is fine, but... basically the idea is I want backpack. Like that. Right? And then I want to put things essentially just on his belt. I want to be able to have space under the backpack to make his belt full of, like, ammunition and different tools and things like that. So, like, I mean, you could literally have whatever it may be, you know. I want to make them all look different, so maybe having 10 of the same backpack doesn't really make sense. That's not what I wanted to do, but you can get the gist of it, right? Yeah. No, this is Age of Sigmar. This is AOS. Age of Sigmar with Warhammer Fantasy Bits. Isaac Caradron. It's the Arcanaut company. It's more of like a low-tech Arcanaut company, old world like Engineers Guild. So the only thing I'm using from Arcanaut company are the hands. It's the hands and then some of the toolings like the belt details and stuff like that to make them look more engineering, basically. And then I'll put like reticles on them and give them all like weird cog looking things. Yeah. That is the idea. Magnus, yo, buddy. Yeah, this is kit bash stuff. It's very slow kit bash, I'll tell you. Holy shit, I've been at this for probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks for 10 units. 10 guys, not units. I have so many bits, but they're all... Okay, well, here's ammunition. Ammo. Ammo. Ammunition, laddie. Ammo. This is more ammo. Yeah, it's just kind of a very slow-going process because there's so many different pieces, and I'm trying to, like, get together what would look good, what would not. And in doing so, you just kind of sit here conceptualizing things for way too long, and then eventually you're like, you know what, I'm bored, and then you move on, and then you're like, you know what, yeah, I'd like to revisit it, and so you do. It just takes so long to do so. But ideally, we get it done. I know for a fact, though, I do want to use some of these, so it'd be wise to clean this up. Picked up some Adeptus Sororitas. Didn't they have a new bundle? Did you get like a bundle, or did you get just units? Combat Patrol? Oh, nice. Those are good deals. That's how they get you. The question is, are you going to finish it? Is it going to be finished, or is it going to sit in the I will do it tomorrow pile? Many things sit in that pile. Everyone knows. If it goes to the pile of I'll do it eventually, it will never be done. You know, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. The Deepkin moved to that pile? Yep. That's where they go. And to a noob like me, what squad race do you focus on? I heard... I mean, everything's kind of militaristic in a way. I've been in a Warhammer for like 20 years-ish. Give or take. Off and on. Not like 20 straight years of doing Warhammer. But, it's just really based on aesthetic, dude. It's whatever you think looks cool is kind of what you start with. Depending on what you want to buy, that's also up to you. It's like, do you like the vehicles? Do you like the infantry? Eventually, if you get into the hobby quite, you know, extensively, you're going to own it anyways. You'll have all of it. But starting out, it's not a bad idea to go with, you know, something like a combat patrol, because you get a mix of infantry and different vehicles, maybe. Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're into. Like, some people like military, some people like, you know, elves or whatever it may be. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Warhammer. You don't need to pay full price for anything. That's one thing I think people need to realize. You can pay for 15% discounted things, eBay things that are usually cheaper. You know, if money's not really a problem, just go hog wild. Board games to play with a friend. Well, Total War Warhammer is Warhammer Old World, is what it's called now. The miniatures game that accompanies Total War is called Warhammer the Old World. It used to be called Warhammer Fantasy. But again, that is like a pure tabletop game. That is an army, large armies going at it. Middle-earth is cool. I really want to get my Moria stuff going, like I once had as a kid. Because that is the first Warhammer that I loved. Was, the, Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. The old metal minis with Ballin, Perry Brothers, Khazad Guard, stuff like that. That was my first. Loved it. Still have the book. Still have some of the minis. The goats. Even if they suck, I don't care. It's like total nostalgia. And they're badass. They're just the thing is with the Middle Earth minis is that they've been sculpted. They got sculpted like 20 years ago, but they are amazing. They haven't aged a day. They're just so good. Not all of them, but like for the sake of the dwarves, the dwarven range being sculpted by the Perry brothers, which are very iconic in the GW scene. They've been doing stuff forever. Their sculpts are amazing. It's just hard to top. They're just timeless. They don't age. They were good back in 2002, and they're good now. New ones, new minis. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm happy that Lord of the Rings is still going because everyone loves Lord of the Rings. Even if you don't like the tabletop game or the minis, like, you gotta love Lord of the Rings. Hmm. Well, Total War is the, it's the PC game, yeah. Of Warhammer Fantasy. It is the greatest thing to ever grace Warhammer Fantasy's existence. You could not have asked for a better fucking love letter to something so amazing than Total War Warhammer. It is probably my favorite game. Certainly my favorite universe. And to think Warhammer Fantasy was going to go into that silent night and never return. And then it did. And it could not have been a better return, to be honest. It was dead. Warhammer Fantasy was gone forever to the ether. It was gone to the ether. And then Games Workshop said, wait, we can make more money. And so Games Workshop said, let's bring it back. And so they brought it back. Because they could make more money. Sigmar is, the man god. Sigmar Heldenhammer. Wielder of Gal Maraz. Dwarf friend. The God King. The Emperor. Are those his titles? I'm sure there's more. Yep. Total War was... It just saved Warhammer Fantasy. You would have never had Warhammer Fantasy ever again if it wasn't for Total War. I don't think you just throw away all of those years of, like, lore and love and character because it just stopped making money. You just had to do something else with it. What a better way to give people more of an interesting view of Warhammer Fantasy than in the form of a video game, which is so much easier to sell than books. Books are not for the masses, at least for Warhammer. A lot of people love the books, but not everyone can read them. Speaking of books, I'm going to go read a chapter tonight, or at least try to. What time is it? Okay, I'll go in about 15 minutes. Everyone plays 40k. You won't find someone who probably doesn't not know about 40k. I don't think that show's going to get made. Amazon wants stuff. He wants stuff. Games Workshop wants stuff. I think the thing with Cavill is he's passionate about the source material. And knowing Amazon, they'd probably want to, like, bend that source material a bit more. I mean, look what happened on The Witcher. You don't need to have 100% absolutely everything be in a show, be 100% entirely accurate, but the vast majority of it should be. It should be very, very faithful. Like, some things won't work. I guess we'll see then. I mean, I'm not on the edge of my seat waiting for this thing. If it happens, it happens. Great. If not, unlucky. It'd be cool to see a big budget 40k thing, but I've seen The Boys, yeah, for sure. Well, I've seen enough of it. I haven't seen all of it. I'm just saying. To some people, Warhammer's, like, incredibly sacred. It is something you just don't mess with. Be it I'm not even a big 40K fan, so, like, you know, I don't really have anything to say on 40K too much, but well, you know why? Why not follow his guidance? Because, like, they won't do that. Everyone has their own ideas. They won't do that, dude. Unless you were humbled by his presence, everyone's always trying to remake things to be the least interesting, and it's not what everyone enjoys, you know? People are being sussy. Well, the Halo TV series already got canceled, so yeah, that's garbage. The fact that they wanted to fucking, like, humanize Master Chief and, oh, we have to relate, look at him. His helmet's off. We can relate, can't we? We know who he is. We care about him. No one in Halo's history ever said that. Like, he's just the fucking Master Chief. He's gonna save humanity. He's gonna take out the fucking Covenant. And people love him for that. You know, you don't need to take his head off or his helmet off and be like, oh, he's so relatable. Same thing with Boba Fett. Them making Boba Fett more of like a good guy is just so dumb. I'm here to take over Tatooine. I will rule with respect, not fear. You will respect me. I've killed many people. Respect the gun at my hip. Do not fear me, though. Trust me, I'm not a contract killer. Don't mind me. Well, not all Star Wars is bad. Disney Star Wars is 90% bad, but that 10% is Andor. And the merchandising. The merchandising, baby, merchandising. Merchandising. They're losing money. I mean, nobody's surprised if that's the case. You gotta wonder how oblivious everyone is when they're sitting there trying to come up with like a new movie, and they just retread everything that fucking everyone hates in their their shows, right? Like, what do you even go on about? I like the end of the Acolyte. I didn't like the intro of the Acolyte. I say after a certain point in the Acolyte, the show just completely became good. Even if it was ground, like, lore breaking and this and that, like, as an average viewer, I'd say people would have liked it after, like, episode 3. After episode 3, it just didn't even feel like Disney Star Wars for, like, an episode or two. So. But the intro was just dreadful. It was pure trash. Nothing about it was fun. I would say the Acolyte was actually better than, like, the Book of Boba Fett, though, for sure. Attack me with all your strength. There was just stuff about it that was, I don't know, man. Sometimes episodes hit and sometimes they don't. Very expensive. Well, Mandalorian was actually good. The Mandalorian was good until season 3, I believe, right? Season 3 Mando was so fucking terrible. Oh my god, it was pure-blown Disney Star Wars. Like, the first and second season were awesome. Actually so fun. Season 3 was just brain-dead, illogical, goo-goo gaga, oh my god, it's Baby Yoda, oh my god, like, this doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna make it make sense, even though it still doesn't. Season 3 sucked ass. Actual trash. I don't know how they keep... They have these big, massive hits, and then they just kind of, like, release another one, and it's just nothing like the originals that were hits. Not saying, like, the original trilogy, but... How do you even end up with Season 3 of The Mandalorian being so bad in comparison to 2 and 1? Like, Mando Season 1 gave me hope for Star Wars. Mando Season 2 was excellent. Mando Season 3 is like, oh god, we're back at it again. The doo-doo... Oh, it's so stinky. They were trying to do something a little bit different. More Night Troopers in that story. Ahsoka was okay. I think there was... I liked it, but I didn't like it. I'd say it's like a 6. I thought it took itself seriously for a bit. I mean, Balin's skull was, like, super sick. He was... I don't really care for Sith or Jedi usually, but, like, Balin was very well done. Very imposing, very, like, threatening. It sucks that he passed away from, like, anaphylactic shock. Like, that's awful. Because that guy would have actually done so good for Star Wars. His presence was everything. Yeah. It was not the doo-doo. Well, I mean, I haven't even seen most of The Boys, but, like, people say it's still good. They liked it. It took itself seriously while not being serious at the same time. Star Wars, I find, has a hard time taking itself seriously, and when it does, it's just so brain dead. Andor the GOAT. Yeah, Obi-Wan was kind of alright. I think most shows, to me, are like a 5 out of 10. I'm not, like, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, but few of them are a hard watch, for sure. There is Season 2 of Andor coming out, though, and it's only going to be Season 2, because then they're going to go back to releasing other dribble. So, who knows? I guess we'll see. Man, am I gonna have to, like, cut apart all of these shells? No, please. Maybe having these hang from a backpack would be interesting. That's even possible. Skeleton Crew? Hey, man, we'll see. I don't think we've seen anything on that yet. I guess we will see. Marvel movies? The Doctor... Nah, Marvel's not really for me, man. I gave it a chance. Not my thing. I'm not really big into even the DC stuff, like the new Penguin movie's coming out, but am I gonna watch it? Eh. They're casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Liking episode 1, 2, and 3 because the effects are better than 4, 5, 6? Sorry, what? You like episode 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars better than 4, 5, and 6 because the effects were better. That's coping. That's coping. I don't know about that. That's a bit of a cope. We've got a coper. We've got a coper. Episode 2 and 3. Episode 2 was goated? Oh my god. It was alright. I would say the hypest thing about episode 2 was the clones. Finally arriving on Geonosis when they land in the fucking dropship and they all just start coming down and the war begins. Like, that is badass. I mean, episode 3 is the best of the original, like, prequel stuff. But I feel like if you grew up during the original trilogy or had seen them when you were younger, that's the GOAT. If you grew up, like, early 2000s, whatever it may be, for, like, the Phantom Menace, I think, was 99, was it not? Like, really early 2000s, you'd probably have loved, like, Phantom, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, stuff like that. Like, I love them all. Exactly. You grew up with those. Exactly. That's why you think, yeah. Even I grew up with them. But I also grew up with the original trilogy, and for me, I prefer the original trilogy, personally, but I do like the prequels. I love the prequels, I love the original trilogy, don't like the sequel trilogy, I've seen it enough. It's an okay watch, but it doesn't have that charm, it doesn't have that... The sequel trilogy has no iconic anything, in my opinion. Nothing about it screams... this will last the ages, right? Like, maybe it's got Kylo Ren aesthetically, Rey maybe as a character, like, if you're really pushing it, but there's nothing in the sequel trilogy that screams, man, this is iconic. You know, you go to a toy store or whatever it is, and you see, like, a sequel trilogy thing, you're like, that's this guy, it's iconic. It's like, who? Who? Rey is woke Luke. Okay, that's not... What? The problem is they just gave Luke's story... They did a redo on Luke's story and just made it a woman. Like, you couldn't have come up with probably a better story that wasn't really Luke's tale. It's not woke or anything. It's just kind of lazy.
Like, just write a new story. Like, I don't know. It had similar beats and everything. It just wasn't good. You could have gone the route of Finn with, like, the Stormtrooper Rebellion and all that crap, but that was canned for whatever reason. There was concept art of him leading a bunch of Stormtroopers. That's cool. That's different. Harry Potter sequel that I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, it's just not... I mean, the thing is with Star Wars is people will like the sequel trilogy, and a lot of people do, and that's cool, but I don't know. For me, again, it's just not as iconic. It doesn't feel as fun. Okay, guys, I gotta go. It's midnight, which means I'm gonna go read for a little bit and then head to bed probably at 1 o'clock. And yeah, with that being said, everyone have yourselves a great night. Stay safe. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you tomorrow on the main channel where we will be talking about HelloFresh. Woo! HelloFresh profusely. So, hey, try HelloFresh on the main channel tomorrow. You'll see it. If not,